most of my clients have found out who the culprit is, and it's actually like AdMob, and you can correlate the ANRs with how much Google bidding is scaling up. So if you remember back to our episode we had with Manuel,
yes,
we're kind of in the situation now where it's just Google have this ANR threshold, right? And if you get over it, you lose your organics, and that's really painful for gaming companies, right? Specifically ones that are like related to, like reliant on ad revenue. So what's happening now is that Google have brought out an
This is no bullshit gaming podcast, 2.5 Gamers. Sharing actionable insights, dropping knowledge from our day-to-day user acquisition, game design, and ad monetization jobs. We are definitely not discussing the latest industry news, but having so much fun. Let's not forget this is a 4 a.m. conference discussion vibe, so let's not take it too seriously.
Hello, welcome everyone. This is No Bullshit Gaming Podcast, and this is session number 87. And my name is Matej Lančarič.
I'm Felix Broberg.
And I'm Jakub Remjar.
And we are your hosts. And we are also your consultants, because we are working with you on growing your games on ad monetization, game design, and user acquisition side. So what are we talking about today? So I'm going to talk about the creative trends in the last, let's say, 30 to 90 days. Felix, you're talking about best practices, tips, network tips, all of the tips for like overall Q4 or just
overall Q5?
Okay.
Q5. I mean, Q5, I hate that term, always did, but exactly that's what I'm doing. Just a little tune up, what you should be doing. Today is also Black Friday, so we just want to see we're recording on Friday. So all our listeners, I hope you earned a lot of ad revenue when you heard this, like hear this message, like when you hear us. Because it's that magical time of the year, right?
Magical time, fuck you. I saw like CPIs went up like 400% in the last 3 days.
Yes.
That's because of this guy.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah. So everyone's like, oh, well, you should squeeze the most out of everybody.
So beautiful.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And the fact that I know you have to work a bit harder to change campaigns just makes me a bit happier, because I've done all my optimizations this whole week, would have been stressful. Today's Friday. You're not touching anything.
Yeah.
And that's why we're wearing our Sunday best kimonos.
Yeah, that's true. Because also we're going to talk about some Japanese campaigns as well. But yeah, and then Jakub, you're going to talk about Souls.
Yeah, the new global launch game from Habby. Not really that new, but like we finally got to it.
Yeah, I've seen few creatives, and I looked at the numbers. Didn't look that great, to be honest.
I think the numbers look kind of okay. The problem is that if you compare anything to Survivor.io, everything looks bleak compared to that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That is already making more money than Archero.
Oh, nice. That's
That's why we're talking about it.
Okay.
Archero at his peak or Archero daily?
Archero now.
Come on. Okay, so who wants to go first?
You start, Monty. I want to see some creatives, as long as there's some good hooks.
Okay. So, but first, there is a launch in Japan. So friends from Ethacor and Merge Mention launched their game, not launched, but localized a lot of things to Japanese, and we kind of saw.
Please tell me Pedro Pascal is speaking.
Is it anime?
Let's start with this one that you shared with me, because it's actually an interesting outdoor. Maybe it's fucking gonna work.
The 3D ad.
Yes. Are you able to see it? Because it just
no, it's loading. There we go.
Jesus Christ!
Yes, now we go.
Thank you very much, Riverside, making my life easier. My life in the post-production. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this.
Wow, what a creative!
Right, amazing. Wow.
The hook
worked so well. Let's try again.
So good that I didn't see it.
Yeah. Let's try again. Yes, you should be able to see it now.
Yep.
Ooh.
Jesus.
I want to go full screen.
Maybe I'll do this.
Yeah.
So it's I like this 3D shit.
No way.
It's quite. This is good. What about the
Japanese one at the end? Yeah.
But let's see. Let's look at this. There is a slot machine and coins. Right afterwards. Perfect. We can actually then like check what else they run, because I saw quite different creatives on YouTube and like guys were sharing it, and this was really something that caught my attention.
Oh wow, this seems super localized.
This is really localized. Yeah, but I mean, when I look at different creatives as well, it's just like.
How do you think they did this?
Besides, but this is just not localized. It's just the text is translated, and then like this is all they are running. All
was the Japanese currency?
Most probably yes.
Oh wow!
I mean, all the details.
That grandma's always up to mischief.
Of course. So here we go. This is basically it, and then they have like other things which are obviously in English. Jesus Christ, why is it so loud? But again, so we were talking about like these long form creatives, and I'm not sure if you managed to see, but this is 1 minute long. The previous one was 40 seconds. The previous one was also like 30 plus.
Sounds like they're doing a lot of UA on AppLovin then.
Maybe. We are still talking about Japan. So this is Japan and Japan only. I will talk about like the UA.
Wait,
elements.
let's see what it says. Does he live?
What? He's alive. He's alive. Okay, so we all saw all of these creatives, and then we have also like wedding bullshit. 54 seconds, 58 seconds. Oh, this is something which might be a little bit localized because there is some Japanese text. Logo, maybe logo. Yeah, well, all the fun stuff all over again. But anyway, this is not AppLovin. It's actually Iron Source.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. Do you know like if they have like
they don't have any ads yet. They don't have any ads.
They don't have any ads.
Nope.
No ads at all.
Nope.
Okay. Interesting.
I know this for a fact, but I'm sure they're ad curious because the older competitors have ads, right? So yeah.
Ad curious is very interesting. It reminds me Web3 curious.
No, but like all their competitors have ads, right?
Yeah.
Like Lily's Garden, like all these, like they all have ads, right? So yeah, I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
So they ran Iron Source, you Google, Liftoff, and then something else as well. If you look at it in here, it's Facebook as well, obviously. So, and I know and remember that from the past, the Instagram was quite big in Japan. It's all like 30 plus second videos. Okay, so this is just like a Japanese plug because we know they were just launching in Japan very recently. So if we kind of look at like how the revenues and downloads kind of reflect the launch, doesn't look like it's doing anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing anything, which is a little bit weird. But I guess like look, so here it's some special event duration 9 days, which still should be going until next week. So yeah, well, can happen. I mean, here's a valley of low revenues, and now it's actually kind of doubled, but now it's back. So it's more connected to the live event rather than just localization and the campaigns. But yeah, if you want to share a little bit more about the Japan launch, guys from Metacore, let us know.
My guess is that there will be more kind of offline advertising as it's custom in Japan for mobile games, meaning like actual like subway station billboards, blah blah blah.
The 3D, the 3D thing outdoor.
The branded sushi.
Cosplayers.
Cosplayers. Well, okay, so we can kind of look at the top creatives in I would say, let's say November, which is a little bit more relevant to us. And this is where I usually go. So I use a combination of Sensor Tower and Mobile Action, and now I think we can go and look into Sensor Tower and like how it looked like in US, especially on Facebook. I tried to look in Facebook and then kind of combine Google, Unity, and other channels because I can actually do it here. But on Facebook, you always see the weirdest shit, and Facebook requires a lot of different creatives and a lot of creative refresh. So in here, let's use games, and we can, if you want, we can take a look at some like different category in here. But I would just go games. And look who is here, Warcraft Rumble. Who would said that? I mean, and it's static image, which breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart because come on, guys, Blizzard, you can do way better. But we have also a video on over here. So what is actually this? It's like top
Texas price is available.
Jesus fucking Christ, almost.
She seems too alive to be AI based.
No. This is not AI. This is
I think I know her.
Really? You do?
No.
Of course you don't. No, it's only 5 seconds, which is quite interesting.
Because it's so loud.
That's true. Yeah, I think everything is like too loud. Anyway, but then we have Monopoly Go, obviously. We can try to look into this as well. What exactly is this?
I was having this discussion with someone on LinkedIn. Do you think that they're profitable or not? Do you think like they've managed to spend more than like 4.7 million a day in UA since they launched? Or do you think they're profitable now?
I don't think. I need to check the data and then try to estimate the spend.
You would know shit from the data, man, because you don't know their ROAS.
I don't know, yes, but if you assume they are trying to get the money back in 2 years, that's what I would kind of guess.
For this kind of a game?
This kind of a game, yes. Then I don't think they are kind of spending like 4.7 million a day. I think like the rumor was like around 2.5 at launch. And now from our discussions in Busan, we kind of got like what kind of CPIs they could see thanks to the Monopoly IP. So what we can just then do is a calculation on the like number of installs they have, and then kind of multiply that with the potential CPI that they see. Which
the thing was that like rumoredly the team really reduces the CPI.
A theme? You mean IP? Yeah, the
IP.
Yeah, so then, I'm gonna kind of like work on this, and then our friend Neil from mobilegamer.biz already reached out to me thanks to your discussion, Felix.
Which discussion? Oh yeah, about the one that you didn't reply when I tagged you.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, my 2 cents are gonna be in the next article.
But they peaked anyway, already with revenue, like they peaked from September.
It's
higher. It's still somewhere like 3 million a day or something like that.
No, but if you think about it now, obviously the CPI increased heavily, and then they will. I think they already have like a Thanksgiving like a event and special offer.
They've also added ads.
And they also added ads.
Yeah, but they're still like pumping strong, like 350k downloads a day.
Yeah,
like not really going down.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like what's this all about? Yeah, I think it's just still the same thing, but now we're kind of like showing up the Julia element, and that's it. It's all board. If you remember the creatives and like what we discussed with about Monopoly Go, it was all about like boards and like different just angles and board. Obviously, it's nothing that new, but at least like this is something that kind of gets a lot of impressions these days.
Yeah.
But it's it's the most recognizable thing from Monopoly. That board,
yeah, exactly. So the board.
Well,
then we have hooked on whatever else it's gaming. I have no idea what that is. Then PlayStation console, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Okay, whatever. I don't kind of. It's like it's a lot of different companies pushing too much. Oh my god!
Was the Monopoly Go without the board? Oh no, it's not under it. I mean,
no. This is like math and English, but we have also like daily themed crossover. Like I've seen these like different static images for word games and crosswords and all of these like so much in the last month or 2 months. It's incredible. There are gaming games and categories that kind of uses more static images, and static images work a little bit better than the rest. Word games and cooking games. So if you have any of these, use static images. Then let's look at like what's working. Oh, now yeah, I think this is the global launch. It's a different music. Wait. Yeah.
That's quite good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I love it. Okay, I don't want to see Spider-Man. I don't care. Spider-Man, I don't care, but I care about Evony, obviously, and Marvel Snap. There you go, and static image as well. Well, let's see Evony. Oh, this is a new iteration. New iteration on this. Yeah, but this is there. Zombies. There you go. Or no zombies before.
Why zombies have so much power?
Because everyone is afraid of them.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, like the team is so strong.
It's very strong, and like that. It's like this for like so many years. I remember that. Also with like Battle Legion, we had zombies in the creatives and immediately was like the best performing creative.
Download now.
Everyone
Random fish lady. Okay.
No, that game is not anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
At all.
Zero.
If you see this creative on Twitter, it says this is not representing the gameplay. You should be aware of that. Okay. Crayola create and play. Okay, I mean, this is a lot more curious. Come on, like I was expecting something else because usually, okay, there you go.
Finally found a game with 0 ads and lots of dragons. Dragons in this game.
0 ads.
Can you beat at least one?
0 ads and one.
Lying through your teeth.
Okay,
Man,
the
this
game
is
I want to tell
this
you
is
about
amazing.
is called Hero Wars. It's the best ad-free game right now.
This is not a real voice either, right?
No, that's what I would say. At least they have AI
Graphics and
voice.
smooth animations.
You can hear by the intonation it's not a human being.
Yeah, of course. But again, 1 minute long. I mean, so I saw these like new iterations of their creatives on Facebook, and I was like, oh man, I'm really Wi-Fi hook, of course. But I was so intrigued to like watch more. It was really interesting. I was really looking forward to like how the creative develops.
What's happening, by the way? Dragons are more kind of a CPI reducing than pulling swords out of cleavage?
No, most probably no. But if like the thing is like here, look. This is the
hook?
Yeah, this is the important thing. First 3 seconds is the most craziest shit I've ever seen. But apparently, yeah, look, they are kind of now, it looks like they're moving from the cleavage and swords towards dragons, because you see it in the icon as well, and it's in the creatives too. So I guess that's very important. Oh man. Okay, so we have Monopoly Go that I kind of overlooked, but then this is interesting because I've seen this for Fishdom and what else was it?
Township.
The same hook, basically, with the cat. It's it's our new friend.
I do like cats.
I know. I like this. Is quite cute. And then we have also like some other township, which is this super interesting.
Golden Goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is again like a new iteration on it.
Yeah, it is a new. Physics based.
Yes.
Also another thing that's totally not in the game.
I mean, like nobody cares if it's in the game or not.
That's crazy, huh?
They're really like.
Yeah.
I was handed down to them like this. Looks really good.
I'd play this game.
45 seconds. So it's like, again, like moving from 30 seconds to 45 seconds. And oh man, they're doing so.
Okay, this is very good.
This is perfect. Yeah. This is really, and you can kind of see this, I think, from like next month elsewhere, like for like idle games, farming games as well, just using exactly this.
Very satisfying to watch.
Very satisfying. And then we have Fishdom as well. And this is also, man, like that hook.
Whoa.
Pretty good, right?
Is that a running up for a Captain Hook?
Could be, yeah, could be.
Could be, actually.
Yeah, could be, because like they have think they had this like a lot of time before as well. At least like that kind of hook in here.
Should have gone for the time 10x.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Is there the
People are going to be so disappointed when they find out it's just a match.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Did I hear that correctly? That there's like Pirates of Caribbean tune playing in the background?
It is, yeah.
Maybe they bought the rights to it.
No, it's like it's not the one. It's just like modified.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think it is.
No, it's not.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Similar, but it's not.
I mean,
yeah, similar, but it's not like our Samuel.
yeah, like I was
it's like Pirates of the Caribbean theme from Wish.
But that's the one that you can actually use.
That's the one you can use. Yeah, exactly. And then we have
Gotcha, gods.
well, Habby, guys.
Great
Jesus
weapon.
Christ,
Dude.
that was so loud.
Bah, it's a bunch of rare gear.
This
Everyone else
AI
has
is
SSS
fuck.
gear. Why
You
is
can-
my luck so bad? Forget it. I'll
Oh
just
my
have
God,
to
this
rely
is
on
so
fusion
bad.
then. I'll fuse these two
That's a
knives
really
to
bad
increase their
AI.
damage.
That's really bad
One
AI.
more
It's like
time.
it's
Wow. I
also
got a
it doesn't
legendary
really
from fusion.
work with
Doesn't
the,
make
the
sense
sound.
what
Yeah,
you're saying.
It's surprisingly powerful.
because
Ha,
they
ha, it's
used
so
it in
fun
different
to
language,
destroy
obviously.
monsters now.
Yeah.
And
You give
like
it a
this
try
is
too.
oh, man. Yeah, but at least we see like Habby still pushing it. It's Dragon Hair, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Okay, nobody cares. And then what else we have? Hey, I think we're like, oh, yeah, let's see. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Idle lumber.
Yes, I see Idle Lumber quite a lot, and they're using quite a lot of golden goblins as
I
well.
haven't played that game. Does it actually look like this?
No,
Of course
I
not.
mean it's just
Man, why
the
do you
assets.
get like scammed by the creatives every
Yeah, it's like,
time?
come on, like, how long are you in the industry? Like 2
This whole
minutes?
section
For
is
the
about
list.
that.
Fine.
Industry 2 minutes, and then yeah, come on, man. Oh, I can.
But the
and this is also
physics-based part
satisfying.
is really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did quite nicely. And obviously, you can see the patterns like township, golden goblins, idle lumber, and then something else as well. It's just like the same creative. all
One
over.
person innovates, and then like in the space of a
Everybody
week,
steals from
Everybody
everyone.
steals. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's it basically. But it's like again, like quite satisfying, and there's upgrade. There's like a lot of different mechanics in this. But this is exactly what I wanted to show you. You know, do you remember our cute friend from like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck!
So same hook but different.
Exactly.
creative.
Different
Yes,
game.
it's
Oh,
the
it's
same.
like combining different core gameplay with different progression.
That way you can only you only have to pay the cat once.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You pay the cat once, and then like you just multiply it to all the other games. I first saw it in Fishdom actually. But okay, I think. Wait a second.
Oh, go Nikke one.
No, wait.
No.
So man, like, what the fuck is this? Okay, I love this. Only left brain thinker. So this is definitely like a.
You know why
game-
Matej likes this, Remo?
Why?
Tell me.
It's ASMR. There's like a click.
It's not even ASMR.
No,
Come on,
it's not
even
ASMR.
ASMR. It's not the ASMR. It's just like, what the fuck is this game about?
It's that
And
usual
it's-
fail creative.
It is, but it's under Take-Two interactive account. So I'm really, I do. Come on,
What's the game for it?
tap away. What's that? Like, what's? Okay.
How much spend do you think you have to spend to get on this list?
I have no idea. Actually, it's just based on the
Number of impressions.
number of impressions. So whoever is these prize picks spending a shit ton of money. And then we have Warcraft Rumble, then we have Monopoly Go. Okay. So it's still
So you
quite-
need to
quite
spend a
lot.
shit ton of money to be on the list, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. We can look at the Nikke, but it's like, yeah, it's
Static image. Same
Static
as
image. Red Hood.
Isekai.
Red
Mhm.
Hood. Yeah. And then let's look at this one as well.
Another Rumble.
If we're all right here. Oh, that's the same one.
The main one.
Oh my god. Okay. Don't need to look at that anymore. We already saw it in the Rumble video. Oh, but okay. Let's look at this puzzles and survivor. That's
Zombies again.
Zombies again. Yeah, zombies again.
Oh, see, they have some promotion with Saw.
Ah,
nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
The puzzle survivor Saw. Okay, that's pretty. I mean, interesting.
That's relevant, actually.
It's very relevant. Okay, so what do we have? We have cats. Amazing. Cats and dogs love the podcast. So thank you, Playrix, for
supporting the podcast.
Supporting the podcast, yeah.
With cats.
We have very satisfying township play fishdom as well, and then we have again like a new hooks and dragons for.
So does this
Hero
mean
Wars.
that if Hero Wars is using dragons, everybody will be using dragons in a month?
Yeah, in like next month for sure, 100%. Because that's how it works, man. Like and then we have Monopoly Go, obviously. But it's like the thing is like how people kind of don't really think about anything. It's like if one like Supercell does it, it means like everybody is supposed to do it. If Hero Wars does something, we need to replicate that as well. And that's why you could see so many tower kind of creatives in the past, and it didn't work for a lot of people. So like, but this is kind of like an interesting take of like different creatives. We usually how we did it in the past. We looked at the royal match, but there again, like we don't want to see King dying 4,000 times in a different angle anymore. We looked at the Hero Wars. We usually looked at Top 4, but Top 4 is kind of not dying. But if we look at Whiteout Survival, they are killing it. They make around like 60 million now, which a month, yes.
Whoa.
On IIPs, yes. They're like they are scaling heavily.
Whoa.
Yes.
Where did that scale up so much?
Why or when?
No, when?
When? Like in the last 4 months.
Okay.
It's just going up. It's just going up, seriously.
It's a good game.
Up. Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
You remember they have that special thing that nobody has, which is they have a separate game just to reduce the CPI.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Clever.
Very clever. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you're listening to this, you should go to YouTube or just look at it on Spotify just to see all the creatives we were talking about now.
So I guess it's over to me then.
Yes, it's over to you.
Like always, the most interesting part is always the ad monetization one because it's Thanksgiving weekend. And
who is this person again? What the fuck are you talking about?
The last.
What? You want to go? You want to go second, Remo?
No. I said only the best go the last.
Right. Which is very true, Remo.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's Thanksgiving weekend, right? So what I wanted to do is just run through a couple of best practices for how to treat this holiday season so you can turn it into a true Q5 instead of just a Q4. But I just wanted to say one thing that's super annoying, which has been kind of a dampener on the holiday mood across people who are monetizing with ads right now, and ads heavily, particularly on banners. And that is like 3 of my clients have started getting a lot of ANRs in the last couple of weeks, and it's been slowly creeping up, but steadily creeping up. And then we're trying different SDKs, trying to figure out which one it is. It's always a pain, right? And then like this week, most of my clients have found out who the culprit is, and it's actually like AdMob, and you can correlate the ANRs with how much Google bidding is scaling up. So if you remember back to our episode we had with Manuel,
yes,
we're kind of in the situation now where it's just Google have this ANR threshold, right? And if you get over it, you lose your organics, and that's really painful for gaming companies, right? Specifically ones that are like related to, like reliant on ad revenue. So what's happening now is that Google have brought out an SDK, and then their SDK is crashing like ANRs, getting it way above threshold. We can't turn off Google because it's usually now like probably like 40 or 50% of everyone's ad revenue across Android, right? So it's Thanksgiving weekend. So what's happening is ANRs are rising, and then we're going to get punished by Google for an error Google made.
Yes.
So it's just like, all you can do is smile and wave, this is great.
For those who don't remember, ANRs means app not responding status.
Yeah, so it's terrible. Because then also Manuel said that you need to be below the threshold for 30 days to get back on track.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's fixed after you fix it, basically. You need
and it's
to
just
wait.
like, thanks, Google. Like, you're bringing us the CMP, taking bidding, and it's just like, now it's just... So yeah, a little bit of a, annoying start for a bunch of publishers. But anyway, I wanted to share some best practices on how to think about the holiday season and what kind of setups you should be running. I thought I was just going to start talking about best practices across the ad units, and then I'll walk and go into some network specific tips. Yeah, and if you guys are able to correct me on any of this, I'll give out an award for, second best Admon manager on the podcast.
Okay. Well, let's see.
All right. So let's start with banners. So banners here, we're moving into a period of time where eCPMs tend to be higher. What's usually causing this is the fact that normally 80% of the ads that you show in your games are usually other games. And what's causing the increase in eCPM is that e-commerce and branding ads are moving in, and then that pushes up the price. Pretty simple, supply and demand. So there's more demand chasing the same amount of supply, then the eCPM goes up. So what's a good way to capitalize on this? A really good idea is to, if you don't have banner refresh rates set on 10 seconds, then basically set it on 10 just for this Black Friday weekend and kind of for the peak times during Christmas. Pro tip here is, if you're on AdMob mediation, they don't actually let you change the banner refresh rate, but you can email them and ask it, because they can change it on their backend, and then you can take it down to 20 seconds, but only if you ask.
How the hell do you know you have to ask these things? Tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
So honestly,
how this whole ad
monetization is literally like, it's the best way is like, it's like the Middle Ages, and people can read and people can't. So it's like either you know or you don't. So like, that's why I'm here, wearing a kimono to teach people how to read. No, essentially, but yeah, you don't know these things unless you have experience, right? So the thing about ad networks is they don't tell you these things. You have to ask, and it's just like, oh yeah.
And how do you know what questions to ask? Yeah, like what to ask?
You listen to 2.5 Gamers.
Ooh, okay,
really?
fair enough.
Yeah, but it's really like that, right? So
how did you find out?
It's like that bullshit movie joke, like, oh, how could you do this? Oh, you never asked.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Never. Okay.
Anyway, so another tip on banners is that so a lot of people that I've worked with, they only set up like banner placements with like AdMob and Google Ad Manager like in the waterfall, but there's actually another thing where you can set up something called AdMob native and AdMob Google Ad Manager native slots, and people don't often use this, and this is actually where you get access to a different type of inventory, the banners that kind of move and like are interactive and kind of native. A lot of people don't use this. If you don't set it up, that's like getting a whole access to a whole new demand source, but definitely have this set up because a lot of people forget about it. So interstitial ads. So here, kind of the same thing as with banners. A really smart thing to do is doing a short burst of setting a shorter cooldown timers just for peak times, like 24 hours or something like that. And that essentially allows you to earn more money for like the peak times. A really clever thing to start doing as well during the holiday season, especially in December, is to start playing around with bid floors. So bid floors is where you can set essentially, I will not accept to show an interstitial ad unless I get paid X. So what you do then is you help your retention and you only show ads over a certain level. So this takes a bit of experimentation to get right. And also what you do then is you move up all the bidders to a certain level, and that helps you earn more ad ARPDAU. But it's a bit fiddly, so you have to spend a lot of time testing this, but it's worth it. Yeah.
So if I understand correctly, it means that if you don't get paid enough what you wanted, you don't show any ads.
Exactly. So usually how it works in waterfalls is that usually you can find a price point in your waterfalls. So basically go into your mediation partner, and the way you do this when you want to start testing is you go into the mediation platform, you look at your whole waterfall, and then you look at where about 70% of ads are the ad revenue is earned at different price points. Usually for rewarded ads, this is above $18. So 70% of your ad revenue comes above $18. That means you can start experimenting with like bid floors, maybe around 10, somewhere around there to start off with, and then see like how you get on. Good pro tip. Moving on to rewarded ads. So here it's really important to remove a lot of latency. So that means that any placements you currently have that are filling below 0.02% on fill rate.
Be careful about the latency. Last time you were talking about latency, it got you in trouble. Almost all of us got in trouble. So
yeah, I mean,
be careful.
Thanks for going down with me. But yeah, it's just a good idea to remove any like lower like fill placements, because it just kind of helps with the smoothness of the bid flow, right?
Okay.
Rewarded ads is like, there's not that many pro tips you can ask here, but yeah. So now moving on to Google Ad Manager. So
yes,
Google Ad Manager. So right now, this is the best time to refresh and start doing refreshes of your placements. So doing GAM refreshes is like exactly the same thing as doing AdMob refreshes, because they work on the same way. I'm not sure if it's allowed or not, but anyway, you can do it and you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah. Enjoy until it goes away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. GAM will go away at some point, but why not? Pretend it's the fall of Rome. Party like it's the fall of Rome, and you just do it a lot because it's kind of free money until then.
Yep.
Amazon Publisher Services. So
yes,
this
Amazon
one I'm talking.
Again.
Yeah, Amazon. Yeah, my Amazon. So APS has finally started with their interactive like end cards on interstitials and rewarded. So that started to improve quite a lot, and it might be time to start testing that. I haven't seen like that much bidding on it yet, but it's starting to look a lot better. In terms of the banners, TAM is still an absolute must if you want to scale on this. And usually if you have enough TAM partners, usually Amazon will be your number one banner partner in the US. It's very powerful. The top 10 partners I see on banners right now is Rubicon, InMobi, Smalto, Verve, and Sander. So how this works is send them an email and be like, hey, I want to be 10 partners. And then they'll send you an IO, and then you're off to the races. That's all you have to do is sign the IO.
Easy.
Super easy. Yeah. AdMob, do we need to talk about this? I've talked about this so many times, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They're kind of transferring over from bidding right now. So AdMob is going down while Google bidding is going up, but it's still worth doing refreshes until you lose all that spike. So just keep an eye for that. That was it. That was Felix's 2013 holiday edition.
2013? Not 2023. And living in the past. Jeez.
Yeah, well, I'm a traditionalist. That's why I wear a kimono.
Very good. Yeah.
I can add one more secret tip.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Wait.
Yeah. No, go.
Don't be afraid to use rewarded video ad placements in your holiday event live ops thing.
Remo. Second best ad monetization manager on the pod.
Because it doesn't really break your stuff, and I've seen like
additional revenues.
20% increase in ad revenue just because of this. And usually what you do is you set it up in a way that you just speed up the event. You don't give any like direct resources through that. So worst case scenario, people just get faster through the event. But if you're good, you plan the event to cover the whole holiday, even New Year. So that's there.
Yeah, very good.
Very clever, Remo.
So we've been talking about Habby all the time, and we're never actually talking about their new game.
Because it's shit.
It's not shit. Definitely not shit.
Can you go closer with the mic, man? It's a bit far away from your mouth.
Yeah. Here we go.
You can give a little bit of love to the mic, finally.
So Habby, this is not your usual hybrid casual stuff that we've been talking all along. It seems like a completely different developer that they're publishing, and that is making an iteration of AFK Arena. So the game is called Souls, very original. It goes soft launch on May 30th, 2023, and it got global launch in August 22nd, 2023. So it's kind of already like few months after the global launch. What?
I'm looking at last 30 days, but I had Japan only because merge mentioned it makes $3,000 in Japan.
No. Actually, this game doesn't really fare that well in Japan, it seems. But
it's
it fares
$120K
really
per
well
day.
in South Korea.
Oof.
Yeah.
I
So
do like South Korea.
Yeah,
all in
we
all,
like South Korea.
All in all, after pretty much like
hey, it's like 30% of the revenue it's coming from South Korea. Interesting.
Yeah, so after 3 months, pretty much, which is somewhere here, the game has something like 4.5 million downloads and 13 million revenue, which I think is not really that bad. But yeah, as we talked before, everything on Habby portfolio gets compared to Survivor.io, and Survivor.io just makes so much money. So it's a little bit unfortunate with your bigger brother is just like 10 times bigger than you are.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, Remo, why would you abandon the most profitable template in our industry to do this?
It's not.
It's
you
not
need to
abandon.
no, man. You need to think about it from like Hobby strategy, because they have the template, but this is not the game that can be thrown into the template because it's not an action RPG roguelite, which means it doesn't fit the template and it's actually like pretty massive. So let's look
my
at the
question
game
is,
itself.
why would you abandon your core competency where you're making all the money?
You're not abandoning it. You're doing it in parallel. This is their publishing business. This is their publishing business, and then they have the hybrid casual template publishing business, which is not it. So my guess
they're
is
kind of like diversifying. That's it.
Yeah, which is really good because you have some hybrid casual stuff, and then you have some kind of very mid-core core stuff. That is this.
Yeah, they still make like 130K per day. Which can be like easily double.
Right? Yeah, which I think, it's for now. It seems like it's stagnating. It's like a straight line. It's definitely not declining, but definitely not rising up.
Because it's Q4.
Because it's Q4, so I guess they're waiting a bit. And
look at the art.
The game seems amazing. The music and everything, like it has.
I can't hear shit, so very good
journey. Yeah, that's good. It has this journey vibe, but even like the iteration on the main menu, like how AFK Arena looks here in like the main menu, like they have this kind of a infinite journey. There's this. The bird is actually
if you pull it out on your kind of
here?
computer. Yeah, somewhere. Not that. Just put AFK Arena next to the.
Yeah, don't have AFK Arena here now. Because I have another AFK Arena in my pocket that I will talk about in a second.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So,
very good.
Just like a quick rundown of the game, it's your usual AFK RPG. The gameplay loop, or let's say the core gameplay loop, it's a little bit iterated compared to AFK Arena because here it's a squad-based RPG, whereas AFK Arena is also a squad-based RPG, but actually they don't really respect this kind of turn-based combat. AFK Arena works in a way that everybody charges as everyone, and then they have this kind of chaotic battle, which you can even use the abilities and time them out with heroes. Here, it's completely automated. I cannot even select that it's like whatever, do something. I can just increase the speed of the animation.
Okay.
That's like
so you can't interfere.
Input. Yeah, you can't interfere at all. What you can interfere is like the setup of the pre-battle interference.
Is it round like 3 out of 15?
Yes.
What? Oh my god!
I never got to 15, man. Like, no. It's pretty fast.
Okay, so you kind of win.
This is my stack battle, so I'm not gonna win this one because I eventually get stuck on the main progression. Yeah. So that's there, but yeah,
it's disappointing.
So it's a squad-based turn-based RPG, which is fully automated. There's a little bit of iteration compared to AFK Arena. You have your usual like supermassive economy. Let's say there's like just like these kind of usual, like I call them notification events, because these events are just like you going to pick the rewards, and that's the whole event. Like pretty much like missions and stuff. Then the limited event, which is again like a little bit of shop here and there, and that's it. Like nothing big here yet. The shop itself, like it's massive as usual per AFK Arena. Every tab has like 3 different sub tabs.
Wow.
Like whatnot. Yeah. So this is just like the shop section. So
How much money did you spend in this game?
0 as usual.
Ooh, 0. Okay, that's what I thought.
So there's the usual. Yeah, now you really want to watch the YouTube video of this.
Remo, if I sent you €10, but
would you
had
please?
to spend the money on IAPs, which game would you spend it, and what would you buy?
I won't spend it on a game that I won't play from at the end of the podcast, man.
But why? I mean,
because I want to see the free-to-play tightness.
But you will see also like the benefits of paying and like how that kind of increases the pace of the game.
That's like a different setup.
Stop like pushing him to do something. Okay. Not everyone can be an upper-class IAP whale like yourself, you know?
See, I'm VIP 1 already.
Don't be so classist.
I'm what are you talking about? VIP 1 already. So
what does that even mean? How can you be VIP when you didn't spend anything?
Because they give it out for free.
Wait, Remo, did you know that Matej is VIP 10?
Yeah, exactly. Like in every game I start,
he only had to spend $1,000 in one day.
He won't even start this anyway.
No.
Yeah. So continuing here, there's a usual kind of loadout. There's guilds. There's gear enhancement. The heroes are kind of massive as usual, like so many vectors of progression. You have the hero level, the skills, the equipment, the like limit breaking, the fusion system.
Show us the gacha pools.
Yeah, let's look at the gacha pools where they are. Yeah, here they are, the gacha pools. So yeah, we can summon someone. Just
oh no, it really goes against your methodology of
playing. Yeah, because we summoned 1 instead of 10. But yeah, whatever, those were free tickets anyway. Yeah, like very standard compared to like AFK Arena.
Yeah. I mean, he needs to start the podcast because this is so much fun.
So it's there like the recycling, the let's say souling mechanic. This is the one that like helps you to bring the other heroes up to par to your current heroes, so you don't you keep using new stuff. Doesn't really need to kind of level them that much. There were one interesting thing that I never saw was this kind of a Cave of Abyss, because they have the usual like asynchronous PvP. That's like the your usual thing. Doesn't really kind of that's there. Everybody knows that. There's the tower, which is like increasing difficulty forever, blah, blah, blah. That's like nothing new to it. But then they have this like Cave of Abyss, and this is interesting. So there's this kind of cave. I thought it would be the roguelite mode, but it's not the roguelite mode. Is it the Cave of
Abyss?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
So if you go there, it's actually like first-person view. Check this out. It's a first-person view.
I keep getting back to this thought. Don't I like these games because I'm dumb? It's so complicated.
It's not complicated at all. Like it's very easy. But see, we found the boss.
Oh, nice. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. So now. This is kind of interesting. Like I never seen this mode in any other game because it's some kind of a you're progressing with these torches, which you need to see in the dark, and there's this like first-person view animation and something, but you're not really kind of getting more power. It's just like your main loadout there. So yeah, it's some kind of nice like side mode progression they have there. So let's see. But yeah, you see the animation production values and like everything else is pretty much outstanding. That's why probably they're making consistently 130K a day still after global launch. It's like the revenue really didn't budge.
No, but the downloads decreased quite heavily.
Downloads decreased, but that's the usual with your mid-core RPGs. Like they have the bulk of downloads in the global launch, and then
how is this victory? You just died.
I didn't. I damaged him and then get as much treasure as possible. It doesn't matter that I died in the middle.
It was a tactical retreat, Matej.
Tactical retreat. There we go.
Okay. Exploration
so
nice. Okay.
It's pretty much your usual AFK Arena with a little bit different core that's there, which makes I would say pretty big, nice amount of money. For October, they did something like 4,300,000. For September, they did like 5 million. So that's there. It's, as I said, in Habby portfolio, if you're looking at it, Survivor.io makes something like 8.5 million in IPs only, which could be easily doubled with ads. So,
but there are no ads in Souls.
Yeah, I never seen any ads here, as per usual setup of AFK Arena. So,
but it's quite interesting how, like you said, so the revenue is since the global launch like 130 to 150 per day. There's like no up and down. Like there's one day on October it's like 200 something, but then like it's flat.
Yeah. And by the way, keep in mind, it's like 32% US, 30% South Korea regarding the revenue. Very interesting split. I was actually
it's true. Yeah, 30%.
Expecting to find something like Taiwan or like all these other things somewhere there, but they're kind of down. Like
it's
the
US
third
and South
place
Korea.
is France, and then there's Germany.
Yeah. I mean, you have Singapore, Vietnam, Japan. But
right
like,
after that, but like you would expect they would much higher.
Yeah, that's true. Taiwan, I guess, 2% of revenue.
I guess the team is very appealing to the West still, because it's not your usual anime.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's not.
So, for Habby regarding the portfolio, this is as we talk. This is really nice diversification of their portfolio to not have everything in like one bucket of hybrid.
What's really interesting is like 50% split on Android versus iOS.
What?
Yeah, it's 50. It's like 52% versus on Android versus 47 on iOS. It's like almost the same thing. So that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Like I would say a pretty good move from them. Like keep in mind that their template machine is not stopping because of this. It's just it's a parallel publishing process.
Yeah, it's another branch.
If you built the Mint press, why not try to branch out?
Why not have like the other press running in the background? So and the interesting part why I'm bringing this up is because Lilith, the original makers of AFK Arena, have their new game. Actually, they relaunched it last week, called AFK Journey Pioneer, which was soft launch November 2023. Yes. So, and it's, if I understand, an iteration of AFK Arena, what they had before, which will be competing with this game directly with their own game. So now it seems we're going to have 3 AFK Arenas on the market very soon. Because the AFK Journey from Lilith was first soft launched in April.
Yeah, but it's not live anymore.
I saw it on their account. I think it's just they relaunched it last week into that Pioneer thing.
Because when I went trying to look for AFK Journey, it's AFK Arena Journey. No, I don't.
Check the portfolio.
Okay. I will.
Yeah. Anyway, it seems to me that like there will be again a big battle of idle RPGs, probably somewhere like start of next year. We'll see if like this one is gonna be scaled higher or just gonna be how it is, and then just Lilith's gonna take the crown as usual. Or like we'll definitely kind of return to it once it's gonna be released, because it's a little bit similar to the Dragoneer game that we talk about in I think soft launch Sonar. That was also launched recently, and a lot of these idle RPGs are implementing like map engagement mechanics when you can go actually around the map like physically and like do stuff there, like something similar like Dreamdale in a way. So this is still the old, let's say old in parentheses, model of AFK Arena progression. So this is more old schoolish, but the new AFK Arena, the AFK Journey, will definitely get back to it once it launches to kind of get some more drill down on this. This seems like a great diversification for Habby. It's not that big, but it's still like they're currently their second biggest game in portfolio anyway after Archero.
Cool.
Yeah. And by the way, last thing,
tell us.
I got an invite into Zenless Zone Zero, which is the third Honkai MiHoYo game, the makers of Honkai Star Rail, that we're going to talk about next week if everything goes accordingly.
And what else is happening next week, Remo?
And we're going to Helsinki.
We are. And what are we going to do in Helsinki, Remo?
We're going to chase those angry birds.
We're going to Rubicon.
Nice. Enjoy the RovioCon and Slash afterwards. I'm going to be lying down on the beach again. So it's going to be exactly the opposite of world. Because you're going to be freezing to death and I'm going to be sipping margaritas on a beach.
It's going to be, it's going to be usual Finland, which is great.
Yeah. Great, gray, dark,
and karaoke and saunas.
True, yeah.
Okay. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, share the podcast with industry friends, colleagues, dogs and cats. Because cats are great hooks and great listeners and subscribers. See you next time. Thank you.
See ya.
Cheers.